Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Gamers DMZ. It is me, Jazzy Moto, and we're also joined by Mr. The One, or him too, yeah.
Mr. One.
Let me go down. OG double M, my bad.
Hello, hello.
Then we have Sir Rich,
What up?
and now we have The One.
Hey, um, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. Happy Veterans Day to those who are veterans that serve this country well. Thank you very much. Nevertheless, we're here this week to talk about a game that we missed last week and the week prior. Had a lot of stuff going on and some issues that popped up at the last minute. So we apologize for not being able to have our podcast last week, but we're here this week. So we're moving forward and trying to make best with everything that we're doing. That being said, let's get right into it and see what everyone's been playing. OG, what have you been playing?
Oh, let's see. Dragon Age and Unknown 9. That's what I've been playing recently. That game is on Steam. It's also on Xbox too. It's like a mixture of Tomb Raider with powers. Pretty cool game.
Okay, that's it.
Yep. Only been playing 2 games lately.
Okay. Uh, Jasmine, what you been playing?
I've been playing a lot of 7 Days to Die, a whole lot of Call of Duty, Black Ops 6.
Yeah,
I got some shorts up.
yeah.
Go check those out. Um, I don't. So much time has passed. I think I can include my art stream. I drew Sandworm from Beetlejuice. Not really
Mm.
gameplay, but I did it. What else? Vampire Survivors. Uh, Gosh, I know there's something else I played. This always happens to me. But yeah, for the most part, that's been it.
Okay, sir. What about you?
Shoot, I was on 7 Days to Die, of course. Call of Duty because it's in Game Pass, so I got to try that out. I was
Stop.
going. What?
Stop.
What? Stop
We
what?
gonna rephrase something. You didn't try it out. You played it. Ain't trying out is when you dip it in. So
No,
More
you
than 10
didn't.
minutes,
no.
you
You,
played it.
Ain't no trial.
you,
You played it, buddy.
you telling me what I did? I did try it out. Just because what happened after what I did after I tried out. See, you live
Okay.
in it's more details after I tried it out, but hey, I tried it out and hey, I'm still playing it. But hey,
Okay.
get my
Okay.
Game Pass worth out of
I know that's right.
it. Shoot. I turned on Street Fighter 6. I've been dabbling with that because I was playing Marvel's Capcom, and that got me wanting to play fighters again. And I was playing that Sparkling Zero. I beat the Goku storyline on that. I'm digging that so far. And Throne of Liberty, I started a character on that, and I
Okay.
dusted off the Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection because after I got my box, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I got this game. Let me try and play it some more. And I think that was
Okay.
it. I think that was it.
Cowabunga.
Okay.
Oh
What
wait,
did I
wait, wait. No, my
play?
homemate came over last night and we was playing over Toe Jam and Arrow 3
Okay.
Bummer.
on split screen.
Okay. I ain't playing no damn split screen. He would have stayed on.
Hey, that's how you play Toe Jam and Arrow. Because even when you play
Okay.
online, they go into the split screen.
Does
You
it?
just ain't gonna play that at
Yeah. I,
all.
Oh
I
yeah, it
ain't
sure
sharing
enough
my screen. I'm gonna
does.
tell you that now. But let me see. What did I play? I played this game called Sea of Solitude. I played. They do these games every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday that they call with the Xbox games. And I played that game called Across the Up the Obelisk, and that's a horrible card game. but I always try it. I tried Goat Simulator. Played a little bit
Snuffleupagus.
Goat Simulator. I played
Oh,
Dicey Dungeons, um, Metal Slug, and I'm not gonna play that game. I tried it because I played it for like 15 minutes. Like I'm done. I just cannot get in the turn. Um, and of course, I played Call of Duty and I played um, Dragon Age. Now, Call of Duty, I played yesterday with Jazz and Surge for a little bit.
Hmm.
It was a blast. And
And
like
then
I said,
and right after he got off,
Yeah.
our zombie crew came together and he had to go to bed to get to go to the gym.
yes, I have to go see. I have to go to bed early because I have to get up at
Get
3:30 in
your
the morning.
rest.
Got to go to the gym. But we did have fun. I usually play multiplayer by myself, but it is a little more fun when you play with people you know because you got
Hmm.
your crew together. So that was fun.
And when you get frustrated, you could call for help. Like, can you
Yeah, that's
Yep.
please
true.
come help me?
Real
Yeah, you could.
humans that'll respond.
Yeah,
hell,
and that was fun. That was. I mean, we played at least 10 games over that time frame, at least. And then I'm stuck
oh,
playing.
that was nice.
Yeah, we played at least because I played with them, and then I signed off and got back on. And I think we played about 4 games, and then we played about 4 or 5 games prior. So that was a fun game. And then I'm stuck in Dragon Age Vanguard, and to me, that game is awesome. Everything about that game, and I'm already in a day. Probably I played about 2 hours today, so I'm already about 26 hours into the game, and I have no complaints. No matter what anyone else says, the game is fun. It's fluid. It looks good. It has an
Oh,
okay story. So
loving it.
So you ain't
yeah.
found nothing that all these people be making whole 30, 40 minute videos off of?
You know what I found out? When people make 30 or 40 minute videos, they don't have a life because
3 videos in on the same
my
scene.
point is because people will take something and go too far, and you want to be have a video game, but then you tell me you don't want to, as I told you guys yesterday, you want to address real world issues, then you don't want to address real world issues. You want to have it to some point to be real. All I'm in a fantasy world, but you want to have a fantasy world only about you and the way you deem a fantasy world should be. Like, and I'm gonna go make a slight segue because I know people are controversial about one of the main characters is an elf. Well, two of the main characters, or what I'm gonna call elves, because they got the pointed ears. One is Asian, one look like us. And I know someone's gonna have a fit and say, "Why are they that color?" Right? I just know that's how people think these days. But that may be the case, but we'll discuss why they look like that when you show me a real elf. And I ain't talking about no damn Keebler elves either. But when you show me an elf in real life, let's discuss it. You get my point? But so people always have the opportunity to take the opportunity to criticize anything under the sun. Now, there is one part of the game that I know people are going to complain about, and I'm not going to discuss it here, as I told you guys yesterday. And I know they're having a fit about this. But all I'll say is go watch the movie called Conclave. That's all I'll say. And I'm not going to go into anything else about that. But people complain too much. Instead of trying to play the game to have fun, if does the game, let's look at the mechanics. Does the game, is it fluid? And OG played it.
Is it
Are the
fun?
controls on
Do you
point?
like it?
Yes.
Yep.
Does the game look good?
Yep.
Is it an okay story? I give the story about 7.5 or an 8. Is it
Yep.
fun?
Yep.
Okay, so what else are you asking for? You want a game to be fun, you want a game to look good, and you want a game to keep you engaged.
And something wrong with these people.
So please tell me you can take one thing about one game and you can just eat it alive, that's because you have nothing better to do. To me, a lot of these people can go in and I can critique anything, but am I having fun? Yes. The game's great. Yes. I'll tell you my prejudice. Like when I said I don't like turn-based games, I played Metal
Mm-hmm.
Slug. 15 minutes, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not playing that game anymore. It doesn't.
The new Metal Slug
I'm
is a
glad you.
strategy turn
Yeah.
based.
Yes.
I'm glad you told me that because I like the old Metal Slugs. I would have been highly disappointed.
But see,
What is it? Metal Slug Tactics.
Right.
yeah.
I ain't trying to do that.
I'm not doing it. I'm not, and that's the point. I'm like, okay, I'm not playing this game. But I segued off a little bit, and I just want people to know I think the game is fun. It's fun to me, but I'm prejudiced because two games outside of Call of Duty, if I've always played Call of Duty, but two games that I've always played outside of Halo, Dragon Age, and Mass Effect. It's very hard for me to hate those two games.
Mm-hmm.
So I found those games to be fun, and I beat them really quick, and that's what pees me off. The other games I may take my time with, but whenever it comes to Dragon Age, I will sit hours and hours, and probably I'll be done with Dragon Age by the end of this week or early next with all the other games I'm playing because I'm into Dragon Age. And then when I finish, I'll probably play it again as another character. But I digress. So thank you all for taking a couple of seconds and letting me explain and letting me take a couple of seconds to explain if you say it like that because I get tired of people with their stupidity because one guy made a video and all the problems. And like I said, nobody want to ever go to that.
And it wasn't one guy. It was like a series of
No,
other
no.
series.
But what I'm saying, one guy I saw.
Okay, that's better.
That's what I meant. That I
That's
looked
better.
at. I ain't look at his video, but
I was
it,
warning OG about it. I was like, if you're enjoying the game, don't look at anything Dragon Age because right now ain't nothing but
Yes.
negativity coming out. You're gonna
that's
have to
all
wait
that's
a
Television.
gonna come out.
couple of weeks till the real reviews start because
But
everybody making
everybody,
these wow attack videos.
that's all it is, attack. And I can guarantee you, the majority of them is why they made a certain character a certain way, and they trying to be too inclusive, and why they do this and why they do that. But how many of them did say the mechanics of the game? How many talked about the base?
All of them said anybody who talk about the mechanics, like the playability and the fun level of the actual gameplay, enjoy it. I have not heard anything negative
That
about
that's
the gameplay.
there you go. And that if the gameplay uh, the gameplay was horrible, I'll be right there. But the game is fluid. That game is so
And you know what?
fluid.
That's the one thing that I hear about a lot of the reviewers say. They say this is the most stable release game
Exactly.
from
It
BioWare,
is.
and
It is.
BioWare.
It
And I
is.
heard somebody say that, but then they went right back to
That
the
says a
negative
lot.
stuff, and I was
There
like,
you
"See, you
go.
got to hear the good stuff." That's all I was like, "Y'all shouldn't listen to it because y'all fans of Dragon Age." Like the Xbox broke me of my fandom, but I'm still somewhat of a fan. So hearing all that like negativity, I'm like, this sounds like fluff pieces. Like
That's
I
all
hear
it is.
one thread that everybody's saying, and generally when you say everybody's saying the same thing, it's either
It's
100% honest or it's like 100% fabricated. It's either on one
And see,
side of
I
the
got out
spectrum
there.
or the other.
But like I said, I'm gonna go back to my principle. The principle of this: is it fun? Is it fluid?
Yeah,
Is it
because it's like
smooth?
it's always it's
It-
fun, but
there you go. No,
but
I'm having
it's
fun.
fun,
So I feel like
but
I'm getting my money's worth. I'm good.
There you go.
it's
There's
fun,
it's
but the story isn't as good as the last ones. Like,
I can't say that
okay,
because you know what? I am and OG, you gonna get to this part. There is actually a part that I'm like, damn, I already beat the game because it keeps you in it. It's like it's building up to this certain,
they marveled you.
I'm gonna call it
It's the end
halftime
of the
point.
movie.
And you get to that point. I'm like, dang, I got here. And I'm like, no, I can't. I'm only at level 30. So I'm like, I can't. And then I'm like, oh, it was a good build up. And I'm like, oh, and it set the tone for the rest of the game. But you were battling, and it was like, oh, okay, I got it. And I'm telling you, those dragon battles are a little more wicked, and the dragons are a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not as forgiving as this battle age. I mean, the older dragon age. The and
You see
OG.
how
Yeah,
big that
because you more separated from the veil, so the dragon shouldn't be as fantastical. Because
you see
There's
how
in
no
big
a
the
sense,
scoreboard is.
wait till you. Well, all I can say is we can get to the targets. We can get to the topics after this. But OG, when you get to your first dragon, that's all I want to hear. Because that first dragon, and it's a silly story you have to do to actually get to the dragon, because you're not going to understand how you get into the dragon until you start doing certain things, and you're like, oh, I got to collect all this crap, and then you finally get something. Someone's telling you you need to collect something, you don't know what it's about. And that's what I like, the build up and the shock value, like, oh crap. And then
No,
you
that's cool.
is anybody watching it live?
I
Cause
don't know.
I'm having trouble pulling this. Oh, never mind. It was the wrong one. It was being
uh,
stupid. Never mind. Omit it.
okay, all right, so let's get these topics started. So um
Can I add one
last
more
week.
game? I'm so sorry. It is called Supermarket Together. It's a supermarket simulator on Steam. And that is all.
Going to the grocery store,
Yep.
give me some
No,
chicken.
don't tell me you were playing
Yes, it's
it. You were.
that mixed with Goat Simulator, I'll say.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it.
Okay, good, good.
All the
As long as
crazy
you have
stuff the intrusive thoughts you have while you shopping, I'm taking it.
Trying to teach these young girls how to go to the store.
I'm throwing cereal across the room and hitting the wall.
That's
all right, so
funny.
early last week, Sega said they're going to delist a bunch of its games from major storefronts next month. And let's see, over 60 games, Virtual Fighter 2, Streets of Rage, Golden Axe Trilogy, Echo the Dolphin, and a host of other games. Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio, Streets of Rage, Shinobi,
Dr. Robotnik's Mean
all
Bean
those are being
Machine. That's a
redeveloped.
good
So
game.
Delisting. Because sometimes when they delist them,
it says storefronts. It says storefronts.
you could still down.
Okay. OG, what are your thoughts?
Oh, and to go along with that, usually when they delist it, it's about to be some kind of classic collection stuff
Exactly. That's
coming out.
where they're about to do that because they don't want you to get the cheaper one. They want you to buy the new one. OG, what are your
That's
thoughts?
exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say too. That's the only reason why they're doing it, so they can come back in another form
Hmm.
or
A
something like.
remake, remaster, more money.
Yeah. So they must got some of those games ready then.
I
Wait a
After
minute.
guess
that
Okay.
so.
announcement, what, 2, 3 years ago?
Yeah. Let me ask you a question real quick. Sirs, you having internet problems?
No.
Okay, because you said something was happening. I was wondering if you guys were having some issues. I know my TV is acting up with Comcast. Okay. I think it's my whole point. I think it's Comcast because earlier Comcast
Oh,
must have been having it.
yeah. It was like when I was refreshing the YouTube page, it wouldn't
Yeah,
say
that's my
live,
point.
and I
Yeah,
was like, "Is it live?" Because
right. That's
it
what
just
I'm
wasn't
talking
acting
about.
It's,
right.
all
Yeah.
I
right.
think it's Okay. So my point about these D-lists, I think it's part of course when companies want to make more money, they're like, okay, let's get rid of the old game or let's not make them available because it'll compete with our new game, and they don't want anything to take away from that. Where people say, hey, it's the same game, it just looks a little better, you can still get it, or like you said, they want you to come out and pay the new money and not have the other game anywhere around. So with them
Sure, I'll
delisting
buy
it,
it again. I'll buy it again if it's a true remake of the game. I love Sega games.
Yeah, but it might just be them grouped together like what they did with all the Castlevanias. They put like 8 Castlevanias together, then they resell it for $40. All those games together wouldn't cost $40, but they sell them as $40 as a package deal.
You mean right now they wouldn't cost $40?
Yeah, separately. But
Okay.
like a collector's edition, you could charge $40 for that. But like buying them separately, they may not equal that. They making more money off selling them as a grouping.
Okay. We'll see how that turns out. Do we think there'll be a Virtual Fighter 2 remake or a Crazy Taxi remake out this year or in 2025? Well, let's say 2025.
2025.
I definitely think it's a Crazy Taxi remake coming, especially because of that political push when it was just in the public eye.
Yeah, and Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, Waltz. That's one of my favorite.
And Jet Set Radio?
Mm-hmm. That game is one of the main reasons I bought a Dreamcast.
My Dreamcast is still in my basement tucked away.
But
I
yeah,
think it's over there. Or did I put it in storage? Who knows?
my quick
It's
2
somewhere.
cents. My quick 2 cents. Are they gonna package
Oh, I thought
them?
I asked you.
That's okay. Are they gonna give them to Sony so Sony can release them as remasters? Or just make them available to everybody?
Oh, now.
They ain't gonna go to everybody. They going to everybody. When they re-release that,
It's
it's going
Sega.
everywhere.
Come on now.
Yeah, Sega likes. I think Sega like money.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they do.
Oh, no.
We'll see, but I think we may see new games next year. Otherwise, there was no reason to have the games out this year. I mean, take them off this year.
Give me that golden axe.
Altered Beast.
Mm-hmm.
I never played Altered Beast. I heard it's a good game.
What? You better
Oh,
go
man.
power up.
It's a very good class.
Shoot, Sonic Spinball. I still have that cartridge right behind me in case. That's a good game.
Oh wow. We'll see. I guess we'll see how that turns out. Oh, here's a good one. What do y'all think about Overwatch 2? Long-awaited 6v6 test starts in December. Do you think it's going to bring back more people, or what?
Probably
was
for
the
a little
question?
bit.
Surge. You think do you think Overwatch 2 will see a resurgence with the 6v6 mode, and it's getting back to
Oh,
humble beginnings?
I think that it will push some hardcore players to come back, but there is a portion of the audience that they just lost.
Me.
And yeah, I think like because I'm interested in playing again just to try it out because it's like I got the game and I want to play it, but I don't know. It might be too little, too late. I wish they would have came out with it sooner because it seems like they could have did that, but they were probably into some kind of time gate restriction and probably the failures previously.
Interesting. Jazz, what about you?
I agree with what he said. Probably just the hardcore players of that genre of game. I might give it a try because I really liked it when it first released.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, and then it just got super watered down in my opinion. Then he had the other games who mimicked for the whole thing, so I really lost interest. Yeah, I might give it a chance. I think it'll have like a quick resurgence, but that's about it.
OG.
You know me. I had no interest in that game.
You don't like a lot of multiplayer games anyway, so I can see that.
He used to, but he don't play games with anybody. So why would he play
Mm-mm.
games? You need a
He used to
team.
play Halo
We play
and
Again,
what's it called?
Mechasol.
he used to play these with
Mechasol.
people. Mechasol, I give you, but
Titanfall.
if he got to come play zombies or one of these multiplayer games because he played the Division with us. And I think that was like the last
Oh
shooter I
yeah,
really
that
seen
too.
him play.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Hmm
Yeah, if it's a co-op game, something like that.
They all co-op games. It's just about getting together, and it's more difficult these days because everybody got stuff they do. But it can be
True.
done. There's nothing that can't be done.
Just gotta
True.
plan it.
I don't know about it. I don't know if it's going to see a big resurgence.
On the last game, Surge, it was
That I can
Sunrise.
remember. That was the key phrase. I meant to say that if I didn't say it, that I can remember.
Sunrise.
You
Monster
said
Hunter.
what?
Monster
I
Oh
Hunter.
said
yeah,
Oh,
we
shooter.
did play.
my,
I'm saying
my,
shooter. I said last shooter. We was talking about shooters. That's what I was talking about.
Uh,
Monster Hunter for sure, sure. But the last shooter that because I wasn't thinking about like action adventure type stuff. The last shooter that I can remember, unless we talk about Gears 5, and I think Division was Gears before Gears 5. But nevertheless.
I think I did play a little Gears 5. Yep,
Yeah. The
I
last
did.
shooter we all played together. I It's hard to recall because we all play different shooters and don't really play like we used to, like shooters in general.
we don't have time like we used to. I know that.
And the shooters don't catch my fancy like they used to. It's like I don't know, something about certain mechanics of some games that don't fulfill things. Like you say, all the Call of Duties
Punch your shooters.
previously, for some reason, this Call of Duty feels right. It got some good balancing.
Yeah,
The
it's balanced.
motion added a whole new layer of play.
Yeah, I'm getting used to that
Didn't they give
dive. That's nice.
didn't they
We'll
give them more
see.
time to develop it this time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. I don't think it's going to have this great resurgence unless they do something. And uh, I don't think they're going to, unless they move some Call of Duty characters in there and get other people in it. I don't see it, but we'll see. Now, what do you guys think about the controversial move that Sony put Death Stranding, not Sony, Death Stranding appeared on Xbox for $19.99 on sale for two
I'm
weeks.
glad because I get to try it finally at a fair
Yeah,
price.
but for a fair price. I think I'm gonna buy it next week.
Well,
I'm gonna
that's the
buy it.
sale price. I think
I
it's
don't
Yeah.
know if
$48
y'all
with
gonna
the.
like it.
No, I played it on the PC. I
I was
played it
just
on the PC,
curious. Oh, okay.
and I played it on the PlayStation. But it is a UPS delivery game, so
Yeah, and see, this is the
baby,
thing.
baby delivery.
And this is the thing. I know that's what it is going in.
yeah,
It'll
Yeah.
be different if they tried to say it was something else. No, I mean, Kojima games got some level of walking, eternally walking.
that they do. But what rolled me out was a preview of the game somebody put out, and they showed this long ladder. This guy, character is climbing up, and I'm like, "You're out somewhere," and it just appears a ladder. Where did the ladder come from? Who put it there? And it just looks so out of place. I'm like, well, that's a Kojima game.
Mm,
I could tell
It's
you
like,
this
is it
much. This
real or am I
man want to
dreaming?
make live action movies. And they should give him this opportunity to make live action movies because
You
that's what
know,
he really wants to do.
you know who he's buddy with now is what's his face from Key and Peele, Jordan Peele.
Yeah,
They've been
Jordan
talking
Peele.
and
Okay.
hanging out, so
they've been
let's see.
making they've been making a game.
But
Yeah, they
let's see
making
what
a
else
game,
comes out of it though. Shoot.
Like if they trade,
but
like do
Mm-hmm.
the actual Tekken Street Fighter
this
crossover
goes
for.
this goes more into what I wanted to get you guys to talk about more is Death Stranding. I don't think it's gonna do great on Xbox. I know it's not gonna do great on Xbox, but it's the sheer move to make more money. And when you try to make more money and open your audience and get a wider audience and a wider appeal, that's the only way you're gonna make a game successful. And I think that we talk about, like I said, console exclusives. This was a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Then it went to PC, and I played on Game Pass. PC, I only played probably once the first 30 minutes. I may buy it to support it because it's on Xbox. But my only concern was to show that people's minds it's very risky for exclusives now. Very risky. So I don't have a problem with him bringing it to Xbox because he has to have a new revenue stream. And I think Sony, in their arrogance, would be crazy. And I know people say you're crazy if they do this, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. If they brought the original Spider-Man to Xbox, I think it would sell 5 million within 6 months.
It definitely will sell well.
Oh, it'll sell 5 million on Xbox. Easy.
It'll
One would
sell
be more. I would say conservative, I'd say 3 to 5, but easy. Because so many people would want it. Because everybody don't have PlayStation.
Mm-mm.
Even if I have it on PlayStation, I still buy it on Xbox because I like playing on my Xbox more than anything. So, Jazz, what are your thoughts?
Like I said, I haven't played it. I was curious. I know it's a baby UPS or baby FedEx across planets and stuff. I'm just curious because I like Kojima and I would just want to give it a shot.
Okay. OG, Serge, anything else you want to put in?
Um, it's cool that the game came over, but
He's saying it's too little, too late. I know.
about I
I
just
mean,
no, because it's like a lot of people, Death Stranding fans, like Kojima fans, have been wanting
Say
this game,
yeah, say yeah, say
especially
Kojima.
especially with the Metal Gear series and how they've been released everywhere. So now you have Kojima fans where they couldn't be Kojima fans. So now they have a chance to play this, and it may boost sales for the five if they like it and they want to play two before it releases. Because how many years? It's been 2 years. Some people might not want to wait. They might actually push some PlayStations for them if this happens. So who knows? It might be beneficial for both in a roundabout way.
Interesting. We'll see how that turns out. Like I said, I'll probably buy it for the Xbox just to see how it looks.
Yeah, because I was like, "Yo, this $20." I was like, give me
Yeah,
$10.
give it,
No,
yeah,
it's
20
waste.
bucks. And if it was OG, yeah, I can use my Microsoft money and I still have a lot of money left to play.
For real.
there you go. There you go.
And that's what I'm saying. It ain't. I'll try it. I just know I'm going into a game that I'm gonna have to be chill with because that's how even all Kojima games is. Takes 3 hours to 4 hours to get well into the story.
Hmm.
Serge, you might like it.
No,
I
he
don't
he
think
don't.
I don't think.
It depends on if it's like super enthralling because I play games for some games for story, and I get caught up in
Yeah,
stupid stuff. Because think
I
about it.
was.
I play Cityscape.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
can't play that mess, but I will watch him play it. So okay, that's fair.
I can sit there and play that game for hours. I don't know why. I can sit there and play
Really?
Tropico the same way. I don't know why. I
I
find it
I don't
nice,
know
but
how
A
you play that
hospital
because I tried
game.
to like,
The theme hospital.
man,
Yeah.
I
running
mean, I was
everything and all
actually
that.
getting into the story. I was, but then that walking, oh man, it just crushed me. Ah, the walking. Mm, mm, mm.
Walking simulator.
well, we'll see how it turns out. Again, Sony sold the IP back to Kojima because Sony owned the IP, and so they bought it back. So it may make you think, will Death Stranding 2 appear on Xbox a year later? Because I think it's going to appear on PC right along with the PlayStation.
Oh, if it does that, then shoot, they straight. They just gonna
Hmm.
sell move copies.
Hmm. We'll see how that turns out. All right. What do y'all think about NVIDIA will add monthly playtime cap to GeForce Now starting next year? And it says the company is also revamping the service priority tier to offer 1440p streaming. Some big changes are coming to nVidia GeForce Now streaming service. In a blog post published Thursday, the company said it would introduce a monthly paytime allowance starting January 1st, 2025. New GeForce Now subscribers will be able to play for up to 100 hours every month. They'll need to pay additional playtime provided they sign up for the service before December 31st, 2024. Existing customers won't see the usage cap until 2026. Why do y'all think that's happening?
Because people playing forever and ever and ever. I think it's fair. What is it? The cap is
Okay.
100 gig or something?
What do y'all think about that? Because I didn't want to read the whole story, but right there, give me your give me your thoughts about this.
I just thought they were just trying to generate more money. I mean, they already capped it, right?
No, they're capping it now in
For,
100.
January.
for
And then the
people
people who
who
are
pay 40.
people who are subscribing now, they won't get it and be impacted till 2026. Then after that, everybody signed up next year will be impacted, and you will have 100 hours of playtime.
Yeah, they sound like a cell phone service, ain't it?
And explain what GeForce Now is. Like for anybody, anybody know what GeForce Now is? Like I know that's the app, but
I want y'all to give me y'all opinion, then I'm gonna give you mine. So I want y'all to go ahead.
Isn't it like a cloud based GPU type?
Streaming service, yeah.
yeah, it's that gaming streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? Serge, what about you? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I think they trying to get some money out of these handhelds. Because they see they after these handhelds came up, I wonder how much did the playtime spike for them to see the relevancy of trying to capitalize on this, because this is their app structure inside, like we basically the Steam of the nVidia, the the game portal. I'm saying
Okay.
But weren't they limited? Like they was only like at 1080p or
No,
something like
they went. If I thought they went up to 4K, if I were 1440p all the time, I thought that's when there was no latency.
that's why I was asking. I was like, I don't
Hence
know
the
the
cap.
exact specifications.
Right? It was no. Hey, it's in that. It's in the video. Let me see. I mean, it's in the link.
Article. Mm-hmm.
And get the article. Let me see. It says. Let me open. I can't see. You can't. Let me open the image. You can't make the image big. Let me do this.
because I
Okay.
thought that was the whole point of the service that they was going up to 1440p so they could
Ultimate
charge
is
money.
a 4080 4K 240 frames per second RTX on. Performance 1440p. That's at $9.99 a month. $20. That's a lot of money. $20. And people complain about Game Pass at $20. You
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
lost your
expensive.
mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You
expensive.
lost your mind. That's expensive.
Yeah.
Now I want everybody else to give me their opinion. What do y'all think about that?
Shoot, maybe they going up on it because ain't enough people or
Mm-mm.
something. I don't,
That's not true. That's not
Nah,
true.
this is the
That's not
link.
true.
This is the thing that like how everybody complained that all the games is everywhere. This takes it and puts all their games in one place. So
Do
like
do do.
You have Epic, you have all these different apps, and then you go ahead and link your GeForce to it, and all your games are within that. So you don't have to have all these. You have to have the other apps on there, but you don't have to go get them and all that stuff. It looks like it's just making it simpler.
Okay.
And then
Uh.
the priority tier was 1080p at 60, but adds tracing. A session
Okay.
length up to 6 hours and priority access to service to cut down on queues. And you can access this for $9.99 a month or $49
No, I
Nah,
tried
for
the
six
free
months.
one. I tried the free one on my TV, and you have to wait and watch commercials and all of this. But does anyone else, Jazz? What about you? What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I was curious about what it was exactly, so thanks for clearing that up. Um,
Okay,
I
so
don't. Go ahead.
no, GeForce Now is exactly what it is. It's a cloud-based service. If you own your games, all your games that you own, like the games that I own, if I
Mm-hmm.
want to go with GeForce Now on my Xbox, all those games that I own, are Game Pass games, let's say that if I own GeForce Now, I can play those games at the high resolution through their PCs.
Okay, so I was kind of right. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, but it's in their servers. I mean, in their data center, the cloud-based service. But let me get y'all, Serge, you got anything you want to say?
No.
Okay. Anybody else have anything you want to say? Because
I'm
I want to
good.
say, okay, let me say what I'm gonna say. If I was a Force Now subscriber, I would be highly peed off. Case in point, you sold me a service and it's $9.99 a month. People think that's cheap, but when you start looking as to why they increase the price, has anybody been looking at data centers and AI and the compute cost of that and all the electricity all this stuff takes?
A
And
lot.
nVidia sells a lot of their services, not just for gaming and to other people, cloud-based services, and they don't own the backbone infrastructure. They may own the data centers, but that backbone infrastructure and going through all the various providers to give them the infrastructure for the circuits that may give them the connectivity. So they may have to go through Verizon. They may have to have a contract with AT&T or any other base provider that provides the service. That's money. But when you have people connected all day to GeForce, that's taxing on the the data center. That's constant throughput and to provide that level of service. So to my point, they can't in a sense keep up with a lot of stuff. So they're making it more, not even more expensive, because I think they know if they go over that $20 a month fee, they're going to lose money. Because to me, paying $20 just to get 4K, and if you start adding that up, n- you see, I'll put it like this: people can talk about Game Pass all you want. GeForce Now, I have to own the game,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm paying you $20 a month, and it's almost play anywhere. But that's in addition to Game Pass. I can play my game and download it. And what if you ever have and you lived in Florida or you lived in Texas or the South, hurricanes come in, you don't have anything. At least with certain things, you can play your games offline to some extent. If you 100% cloud based, you screwed. So I don't think they could charge more than what they're charging, but I just think they're out of their minds when they put a cap on it. You putting a cap on a game for giving me 100 hours. If I play 10 hours a day, some people play 8 hours a day. They'll be done in 10 days, 15 days, they're done.
Shoot, a lot.
I mean, and me myself, and when did Dragon Age come out? Last week? A little bit prior than last week.
The week
I've
before,
already
yeah.
played the game. Okay, I played the game for 24 hours already. Not including Call of Duty, not including all of the games I played. What if I was doing that through the cloud? So no, I don't think that's a good idea. But I think I'm good with cloud-based service being supplementary, but not primary. But for that price, $20 a month for the high end, and you're not getting any games, make that make sense.
That needs to be a
They
secondary
crazy.
price, not a primary price.
Mhm. Yeah,
Crazy.
I couldn't do it. And I'm not trying to pocket watch and tell people how they spend their money. It just wouldn't be my money. Anybody else have anything to say on that?
And they think people rich.
Look.
They don't care if you're rich. They just want you to pay that fee. You you can get whatever you got to get.
That's a lot of money.
Wow, I just saw this little link you sent us. Let's go to um, this article that you sent, OG, where we talk about. I'm trying to read this. Closed platforms create real barriers to that. Real reason Phil Spencer wanted. I'm reading this based off of how it is reading. It's horrible. Wanted Todd Howard Starfield was to end the console wars, not win it. Right? And here's one thing he said. You on this page, Jazz? Were you able to pull it up? Or did you have it?
Boop. Close
I don't think you
platform.
had it, so we'll skip.
No, but I pulled up the same
I had
thing.
it
I
sent
had
in the
like,
email. Okay. Well, one point he made in the summary, he says Bethesda's latest, or this just shows you prejudice, and this is why I don't read people, because people are stupid, and this author who wrote this is stupid. He said Bethesda's latest RPG has proven to be a mixed bag and one of the studio's biggest failures. Explain to me how it failed.
It did fail.
The game sold over, I mean, 10 million people played the game, and it boosted Xbox Game Pass sales. Show me where that was a failure.
Salty.
And that's the point I'm making. I don't care how you didn't like it or what you did or didn't like about it. It didn't, even if you say, okay, even on PC, it did well. Not even in the Game Pass ecosystem, it did well. People bought the game, it did well. So show me where it was a failure. But I don't. Where is he coming from with this? His I don't like that English. I don't like the way he wrote this. Maybe it's me, but closed platforms create real barriers to that. That's a quote or what? I don't understand that. But anyway, maybe written by, he must be Indian, Dhru Durov
so
and
that tells me I
Rishiva.
got the right article up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nah. Anyway,
Right, moving
let's
on.
skip that article. Let's skip that. That's a stupid article. Let's move on. My apologies.
Bruh.
Let's go to the last three articles. One is going to be last week. Sony released its financials. They did good. They did well, but Astrobot only sold 1.5 million. That's the article I'm talking
Yeah.
about. That's Astro. So what do y'all think about that?
What?
Give me what do y'all think about that?
Man, that's disappointing, man.
1.5 million.
Come on, man.
1.5 million.
I'm disturbed by that.
1.5 million.
Sir, you
You
like
disturbed.
Astrobot?
I did not. That's more than I thought it was gonna be.
65 million consoles and they only manage 1.4
There you go. You
million.
can't. You don't even have 10% of your fan base.
Because I just keep hearing everyone talking about how great of a game it is and this and that. Ooh, game of the
Who? You
year.
know what? I always tell people, who is
Who is
everybody?
that?
Not
Yeah, you're right.
who. Hey, because if you got 65 billion and only 1.5 million bought it, it ain't a lot of who.
It's just all the
Who are
articles
they
I
that did it?
see. Whoever they
Because
are.
yep.
I mean, it's disturbing me because people set up here and bought 65 million consoles. What did they buy all these consoles for? Just to say they had one?
Ding 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 ding.
Just so you can sit there
For when PlayStation release.
That's about that's about what? I say. You sell 1.5 million, and let me think. That's about 2.5% almost of your fan base. Now you tell me that you got 65 million consoles in the wild, or you ship 65 million. That's gonna be our next article. And you only can sell. Remember, I keep telling you guys, I don't care how many consoles you sell. If you don't have that attach rate where people are buying, and I'm gonna go back to this again. It's Sony's own fault because they wanted that Call of Duty, Madden, FIFA, uh, NBA 2K. And now they're realizing, hey, Astrobot only sold 1.5 million. So Astrobot will be coming to the PC by next summer. Anybody want to doubt me on that?
That'll be interesting.
No.
No one doubt me?
I ain't
well, it's
gonna
all
doubt
about
you.
the
I'ma
controller
watch.
with the Astro, but right?
True.
No.
It's
don't use
about the
that
controller
sensor?
because that's what they tell. Hold on, stop. Say that again, OG.
I said it's about the controller.
Now, say it again because I want you to make sure you say that again because I want you to hear what you're saying.
It's about the controller.
And what was that game they released with the PlayStation 5 that was about that SSD?
Ratchet and Clank.
There you go. So you're saying that they can't make the game without using that controller if they want to make money? Is that what you're really saying?
Hey, that's what they're telling us.
Okay.
You believe
Well, I'm
everything
just,
you hear.
That's
okay.
crazy.
Well, I'm gonna predict that game gonna somehow, some way make its way to the PC because they want their money.
Yeah, that'll give them a way to sell controllers too, right?
That
You put
too,
it on
because
PC.
yeah, you're right, because they can put it on PC and a controller, or do a duo, which would be a good thing.
Do a
Hey,
duo.
put a PC, and we'll give you the controller for $110. You can buy both.
That'd be
Because
cool.
yeah.
That would be cool.
Serge, what are your thoughts?
About what? The fact
Astro.
that I ain't think it was gonna sell that much.
I told y'all it wasn't gonna sell, but people don't listen to me. I
Look.
knew that game wasn't gonna sell.
I ain't think it was gonna sell as much as it did. That's why I'm like, oh,
You
this was
surprised to get that
1.5.
up?
Yeah, because I thought it was. I'm surprised it made over a million. Because to me, it didn't look like a game that like a lot of the PlayStation audience is
Fan
Heck
base,
cultivated to
no.
right?
like.
Heck no.
That's like the PlayStation 2 fan base that might like a game like that.
Yeah. PS5, PS5 audience, they so sophisticated, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If you
We'll
say so.
see.
All that
We'll
hype,
see.
like you would be under the impression that it was like their version of Sonic or Crash Bandicoot or something. But
Yeah,
I ain't
Yeah,
never
sure.
really heard of Astrobot until like recent years. It's like, oh.
because it came with the PS5. That's why. Okay, we'll see
Yeah.
how that goes. We're gonna combine these two stories together in one. One is Sony discusses lessons learned. No, we're gonna do this one. Then we're gonna discuss Sony. Sony discusses lessons learned from the failure of Concord. And just on the surface value, what could be the lesson learned from that?
Don't take 8 years to push out a game
I
that
don't believe they got. I just cannot believe they
yeah.
got 8 years.
to push out a game type that's
I
already
just don't
been
believe it.
diluted and nobody wants
It
to
could have
play
been a thought.
anymore.
It was a thought. It was right, right. It was a thought in somebody's mind for 7 years, and then they put it together in 2 years or a year. But 8 years in actual development, I don't know about that.
That's terrible.
But what are some of the lessons learned? Did anybody
Quit,
have any?
Shit, I
quit
said
making
mine.
Fortnite.
That was supposed to be an Overwatch.
More of Overwatch.
That's what I'm saying. Why are we copying games that have already been out? Like that Overwatch
Exactly.
wave has passed. So that's a big lesson right there. Originality,
Mhm.
Agreed.
You gotta
timeliness.
make what sells.
It ain't so because you took too long.
Shoot, Overwatch didn't even sell.
Yeah.
Here's what I think the lesson learned could be too. You screwed up, but it goes back to my original point. They got everybody, and people didn't see this, and I saw an article the other day. The majority of games sold, and this is someone from Activision Blizzard, says 60% of their games sold came from the PlayStation.
Mm,
60% of your games sold came from the PlayStation.
Hmm.
That
Okay,
tells
back
me your lessons learned is say we screwed because if we can't get our fan base away from Call of Duty and all these other games, we can't release a title like Concord.
Mm-hmm.
We can't release even, okay, let's take it further. Let's take it further. These Sony, these fanboys, I'm calling them fanboys. What happened to Destiny? Should you talking about now, Destiny is a good game, but my point is that's the Sony IP. Let's call, I give it to them. It's theirs. They own it. They bought it. You own it.
but did they
Uh,
ever consider that a Sony product
well, I'm
or
giving it to them,
Bungie product?
but
I
I'm giving
never
it to them
did.
because
Yeah, because they
no,
own
I
it.
mean no, I know I'm not giving it to
I'm
them for that. I'm giving it to them because they bought it and it's theirs.
yeah,
That's
I'm
why.
just saying
And
as
They
actual Sony fans that they ever consider that like a Sony
and you know
product.
what's funny? I just thought about this. I haven't seen any marketing for a Sony game, that Bungie game.
Yeah,
Maybe one or two more than they market or they co-market NBA 2K5. Because when I watch TV in my basketball games, you can best believe I see an NBA 2K co-marketed with Sony. Now you would think that you would give it to Destiny on the Sci-Fi channel, but no, I don't get anything. So I think the lessons learned is how can we get our fan base to focus more on our products, and until we can, the lesson learned should be don't put anything out yet. Anybody else? OG?
I'm good on that one.
And you said a failure is a failure and nothing to learn. I'm asking.
Well, I don't know. The game was just past. It's just been there, done that. I mean, ain't nothing to learn from that. They're not
Oh,
gonna
it's a
make a.
lot.
They're not gonna make another one.
another what? What are
They
you
closed
talking
the
about?
studio. How you gonna make another one when you close the
That's what
studio?
I'm talking about. They're not gonna
don't
make
do the
one of
same
those games
thing.
again like that, even though they closed the studio. You see what I'm saying?
Like, don't
Yeah.
someone else gonna do the same thing now.
Okay. I see that. We'll see what Tony learned. I know they does
People are
learn
waiting.
something. Cool.
People are waiting on those heavy hitters. You know, those Last of Us. They want Naughty Dog.
Okay. And if Naughty Dog doesn't sell 5 million in
Hell,
the first month, as I keep trying to explain to you, even with
they
70
need
million consoles,
Crash
you
Bandicoot.
still lost out. There
they
is no
need
way.
some smaller titles
Crash
that can
Bandicoot.
Exactly.
sell and make them money as well as the big hitters because you're supposed to have a series of smaller titles that sell relative to what you had the big games. Because if you don't, you just gonna fold every time. Then you gonna go belly up.
Does Naughty Dog still own Crash?
You said what?
No,
Naughty Dog
does
don't own
Naughty
what?
Dog still own Crash Bandicoot? Because that was one of their bigger titles, like from the old PS days.
I don't know who owns
You know, it's
Crash
an
Crash
Activision title
Bandicoot.
now.
Yeah, Crash
Okay.
Bandicoot is no, that's Activision.
Yeah, because I know when they first came out, it was Naughty Dog.
Isn't that no, they made that, but that was Activision.
Okay.
Crash is all Xbox now. That's why it came to Game Pass.
Yeah. And again, the smaller titles that
Slipped
people always
away.
mess about that
Oh,
sell.
I forgot to
Yep.
say this. Let me say it now because I want you guys to download it. And this will make Jazz happy because I know you didn't see it. Spyro's on Game Pass.
Heck yeah, I'm downloading that right after this podcast. The
Yeah,
first one.
Spyro's on Game Pass. All
Oh, I
three
had
of
to,
them.
Oh,
I had to tell Mega.
You'll tell me. But that's on Game Pass. All right,
yes.
for the last topic, what do y'all think about Sony selling $65 million? I mean, 65 million plus consoles.
Like, that's it? Let me stop.
No, I mean, what do y'all think about it? Because it's kind of funny. That's where we're going to end tonight, is them selling 65 million. No, not selling, shipped. Not
And
selling,
what console?
shipped.
That's just the PS5 and
Overall, PS5, PS Pro, doesn't matter.
Just
Doesn't
some
mean anything.
consoles.
Slim and all that.
And see, here's what scares me. This is a report that I saw. They're trying to sell that to 2029.
Hmm.
So, what does that tell you? Either the PS6 is not coming out till 2028, 2027.
Hey, I think the PS5 sales are exhausted. This it.
They said 2029. If you carry that PS5 Pro to 2029 and you don't bring out a PS5, a
A new
PS6 to
game.
2028, and Microsoft brings out that console in 2026 and market it with a Call of Duty, it's going to be hell to pay for them. Because you can talk all you want. We'll see. But is it bragging? Do you guys think it's great that they sold 65 million consoles?
That
With all
they
the
shipped
scalping and
them?
all that.
Mm.
Well, that's what they like to brag on. Those
Yeah.
sales.
Sales of consoles. Well, sales in general, but they only have
I think it's
console sales
overall,
to,
I
to
think
brag on. It's just
I
that's
think
what they're doing.
overall, I think it's good to say, hey, you sold 65 million consoles
Hmm.
with the fact that I had an attach rate for my games that are my first party games were 10 million plus sold all the time. And the average is that? Yeah.
So
Or
hold
6
on.
million. Give me 10% of the fan base.
I'm reading
You mean
this.
tell me
Go ahead.
huh?
Go ahead, finish your thought.
No, I just can't get 10% of my people to support my games at one time, all my games. That's all I was gonna say. What were you gonna say,
Yeah,
James?
I just want to make sure I'm reading this right. So they shipped
I said
65
shipped. I
million.
kept saying
Yeah.
shipped. They didn't sell. I said shipped.
Yeah, but out of those, they sold 3.8 million.
No, this quarter. I mean,
Okay.
whatever.
Okay. It's like, unless they got some new games coming out, I don't know how that's going to stretch.
Well, what I think they are dependent on, and which a lot of people are saying, which Microsoft, yes, Microsoft is not as cutthroat as I wanted them to be in the gaming space as they used to be, but they're dependent on Grand Theft Auto, and I think they're dependent on Wolverine. And I'm sorry if that Wolverine is what we saw when the leaked gameplay, even if they fix it up, that's not going to interest a lot of people. I'm sorry. There's no Wolverine game or movie out. There's nothing attached to that.
Yeah, other
You
than
know,
Deadpool.
I don't, and I'm gonna call it now. If that game, I don't think the game gonna sell more than 4 million copies in the first month. No, I'm gonna give it lower, 3 million in the first month.
In the first month?
Hmm.
First month.
In
Yeah, I
my
give it
opinion,
to.
if
I
it
give it.
doesn't sell, in my opinion, If that game costs $200 million to make, plus they got to pay Disney because Disney owns the IP, you only selling 3 million in a month. Psh, that's nothing. Thoughts? That's
Mm.
200. Let's see, three times. Let's round it out at seven. 3 times 7 is 21, so that's 210 million.
I think it'll sell well only because kind of starving over there.
You didn't hear what I just said, did you?
It's gonna have some hype.
What did I just say? The game ain't selling over 3 to 5 million in the first month.
That's what I'm saying. It probably sell about 3 million first month.
Okay.
3
Okay.
million.
As long as you agree with 3 million.
Yeah, I
And
give
how
it
much
3.
you say it costs to make?
300, 210 to 3 million. I know
So they
300
need to
million.
they need to make 10 million sales
They
basically.
need to sell 10 million to be nice. Yeah.
Mm. And then 65 million consoles. That shit.
At least 5 million. That's 350 million. So we'll see.
And at $70 a pop.
They're selling a lot. I mean, they got to make a profit. 350 million would be what? 5 million copies, roughly speaking.
How much does Spider-Man sell?
Spider-Man sold 10 to 15 million copies over its lifetime. Not the first week, but they were new for that. This was new. That was fresh. That's all I'm trying to say. That was fresh. And then the second one didn't do as well. Miles Morales didn't do as well.
And now
People are
you
tired.
have Suicide
Yeah,
Squad that came out as well.
right. So you got, I don't, if the game looks like what I saw, even if it's all pretty and yeah,
It might be too basic for
I just think people are getting worn out with that type of game.
some kind of innovation.
But we'll see if 65 million, they'll be at 70 million by the time a new game come out. But and here's the other thing. Don't let that game release next year around the same time period as that game y'all want to play so much, Grand Theft Auto.
The game you want to play?
I
He
ain't
said
playing that game.
y'all playing that game.
I heard you was
So,
gonna love that game. That was your new Jammy Jam.
You don't want to pet that dog?
uh, well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Anybody else have anything they want to say about that?
Okay, overall sales, how good you think it's going to do? Overall. I bet you it'd be
Wolverine,
Spider-Man.
you
Yeah,
think it's gonna
I
beat?
bet
You gonna beat? You say it's gonna beat Spider-Man?
it's going to be Spider-Man.
In what universe?
This one, 616.
You lost your doggone mind, and I'm gonna tell your wife to not let you drink anymore because you gone. You have lost your ever loving mind. You say something that crazy. It's gonna beat Spider-Man. Do you
Watch it
want
be
to put money on this? No, let's put some money.
Don't do
I'm poor.
No, you're not poor. Say you got a son in college. That'll be better.
it.
To tell that tall tale. You should know better than tell these good. You telling tall tales. That's what that's called.
For real, though, it's going to be Spider-Man. For real.
In what universe? That's all I'm asking.
I'm telling you, it's going to beat it because they so starved for it.
I don't get your logic, but if you say so, we'll see. Because I'm gonna tell you that. I
Ain't
promise
nothing out. There's nothing.
you. Did you just
Nothing
hear what I said? I
in
just
place.
said they bet not release that near Grand Theft. Auto.
I mean, and if it come out, that's
They
gonna be a
probably won't.
vacuum. It's gonna be a black hole around that Grand Theft Auto.
hmm
When is Grand Theft Auto plan to come out?
Fall of 2026. Oh, five. I mean, five.
5. Okay. Wolverine to come out in like May 2026.
No, they said next year.
Wolverine?
hmm
hmm
It ain't coming out. It ain't coming out. They banking on that Grand Theft Auto. That's what they banking on.
Who banking on?
Sony.
Sony.
Sony banking on GTA.
That
Mm-hmm.
GTA money.
Because they said they got the marketing rights.
So next fall.
Yep.
Mm.
They banking on that game. Right there. That's their Call of Duty. Right there. That's their Call of Duty.
hmm
Right there.
Yep. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. Well, those are our topics, everybody. And let's do our outros. And Jazz, you got everybody set up, and where can we find them? So, OG, where can we find you?
You can
Besides
find me here
eating
every Monday with the rest of the crew.
it's
As
besides eating
usual.
some Werthers.
Some what?
Werthers. What do you call them?
Brothers
Werthers?
Originals.
Yeah.
Them things are good.
Oh,
And Reasons. Oh,
Jazz, you ain't tried the caramel apples. Mm.
with the suckers with the caramel on it.
It's
I'm
caramel
gonna order
apple.
some.
Look, we
Mm.
sidetracked. Look, I'm gonna see about that candy.
Oh, they good. They good. They good.
Okay, where else can we find you, OG?
You can also find me on Twitter, OG Facebook, All Things Geeky. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Third, where can we find you? And what will you be playing? Streaming.
Y'all can find me on Twitch under Sir Rich, SERRICH. Right now, I'm playing Call of Duty still through the story. Uh, the Sparkling Zero, as well as 7 Days to Die. Hopefully, we get up with the homie and we get back on the 7 days. But right now, the Call of Duty has been taking precedence. But that Sparkling,
Monopolizing your time.
yeah, but that Sparkling Zeros might hold a spot because the fighting on that is pretty fun.
Okay.
And you can also find me on Facebook at Sir Rich Gaming, uh, Twitter, aka aka Twitter, under Sir SER_Rich or at Sergio Richa, SERGIORICHA. You can find me on YouTube. I've been updating YouTube's. And the SERRICH, Sir Rich again. I
Okay.
think that's everything. Is that everything?
Yeah, that jazz,
I think
jazzy.
Yep. So you can find me on Twitch. Like Sir Rich mentioned, hopefully we'll be back on Wednesday playing our 7 Days to Die. But if not, we'll still be on. So, also on YouTube, both Jazzy Moto. Got some new clips I put up and some new artwork up there. So go check it out. Give me like and whatnot. Most of my time's been going towards editing that I didn't want to do, but you got to do it. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter/X. All JA5ZYMOTO.
That's
Ho
cool.
ho.
That's good.
Method Man.
You can find me here every week, Monday with the rest of the crew. You can find me on Xbox as the one, PlayStation as the one. I'll probably we'll be streaming. I streamed last week of me playing. And I had about 4 or 5 people watching me through the Xbox. I was like, okay. I don't know if people can hear me. I have my headphones on talking. They don't talk.
Yeah, we
So I don't
can.
know. Oh, you can hear people talking?
No, we can. No, we can hear you.
Oh,
Good
okay.
job.
You be
Okay.
streaming Dragon Age?
Yeah, I did it last week. I'm gonna do it again this week.
That's why I said I'm waiting for him to get to certain prices. I've been watching him play.
And I'm gonna do that. And that's where you find me playing, and I'll do that this week sometime and have a little fun because I am probably gonna beat Dragon Age this week and then play it again. And if Surge and Jazz and them on this week playing Call of Duty, and I'll play with them too. All right, so that is it, everyone. Thank you for joining, and we haven't been with you guys in 2 to 3 weeks. We're back, so please like and subscribe, share, and tell everyone we're back. And on that note, we have to have Mr. Surge give us that famous outro.
Oh,
Oh, it's
snap.
time to holla. Holla,
Holla,
everybody.
holla,
Holla, holla, holla,
holla,
holla,
holla,
holla.
holla.
Holla, everybody. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, 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 holla.
Let me holler.